Here we go, day number 13, and this is the last of your filling in the prayer journal assignments, and we are going to be praying for our church family. Now, sometimes this can get kind of large, and so you might want to break it up into 2 days as it continues to grow and you get more people in there and specific requests in there. You might find that, man, if it's on a, say, Friday and you're getting ready to pray for church families, like, oh my goodness, this is going to take an hour, this is going to take 2 hours. And again, you don't want to rush through it. And so you might split it up over Saturday, maybe into Sunday, however that might balance out for you. But go ahead and make lists of the people in your Sunday school class or in your care group or people that you work with in church or serve in a ministry with, and just begin asking people. Maybe take your prayer journal to church with you. And if there's time where your church shares prayer requests, just go ahead and write them in. Don't forget to use the sticky note system as well for things that are temporary, things that are short-term prayer requests, to go ahead and stick those in that page, and you can write those down so that you can keep the real prayer journal pages for things that are maybe more long-term in praying for your church family.
This is my longest list, so I have definitely split it up. Like, this is just one page.
Show off.
Really? No, I'm not showing off. I'm at all. Why do you always say I'm showing off? Goodness. Anyway, this is just I went through, so we have an app at our church, like, for people, and that's what's on my phone, and so I went to the people app, and to be honest, I've had my prayer journal now for a couple weeks, and I have not even finished writing them all down. I need to finish that. So we just have a lot of names, and so spreading them out definitely helps, but I don't have specific things next to every name. But even just mentioning their name and praying for them as God lays on your heart is better than nothing, because getting specific requests for everybody is a tall order. So church family is my longest list.
One other thing I would say about this, and this is why it's so important, even just to have their name down there, is because sometimes you see someone on a Sunday or something, just comes up and they're there, you pray for them throughout the week, and then God puts it on your heart to maybe reach out to that person or call that person.
That happens to me all the time.
And at least for us, if we don't kind of see their name, or a lot of times people fall through the cracks. If you go to a larger church, if your church is more than 60 or 70 people, that's definitely going to happen to you. And so having their name there where you can just pray through for them, and you have something specific, great. If not, pray general, maybe reach out to them, but then it could just be the Holy Spirit says, hey, you need to touch base with that person, or you need to see how they're doing. And more times than not, it really is a timely contact with that person. And so I think this is a great thing to just try to figure out how you get everybody in your church on that list.
So, we started a church 5 years ago, and when we first started the church, I was a lot more involved because I had half the children that I have now, and then God gave us twins, and
have you heard about that?
Ministry went from meeting people all the time for coffee and making someone a casserole and just so much more face-to-face contact with people and ministering to people in that way, and it really shifted to my biggest ministry to my church is prayer. That's the best thing that I can do for the people of my church, which it's not like that's less than making someone a casserole. I feel like God has enlarged my ministry by forcing me to cut back on all of those other physical external things that I can be doing for people. And as this might sound cheesy, but it is so true. I am where my personality is to want to do for somebody. I want to go over to their house and scrub their floors. But if that's a help, or whatever way I can help people, but I'm not able to. And so, as cheesy as it sounds, I am loving my church family in prayer. I am loving them in prayer. And I can't tell you, we were just talking about this, and I think I've alluded to it in some video, but I love my church family, but as I start praying for them, I'm like, I don't love them that much, but all of a sudden I'll just start weeping for somebody. Like, God's just burdening my heart for that person while I'm praying for them. And so God has grown my love for the people in my church and grown my appreciation and my concern and my care for them because I've invested I've invested time in prayer for them. And then I'll see them on a Sunday, and I'll tell you, it's totally different when you've prayed for someone throughout the week and then you see them at church on a Sunday, or you see them at prayer meeting or whatever. You care about them 10 times more because you've prayed for them. And I, a lot of times, if I had not prayed for them, I would kind of feel like running and hiding, because I'd be like, oh no, I know that person has so many needs. I feel so bad. I didn't do all the things for them. But now I know that I've done what I can for them in prayer. So the encouragement for today is kind of wrapped up in that whole assignment. And I hope that's an encouragement to you. Loving your church family in prayer, loving other people in prayer. And really that can be your greatest, ought to be your greatest ministry, because it's the greater work. It's doing more for them than anything else that you could be doing physically. So hope that's an encouragement to you. Day number 13. 13, is 13 a lucky magical number?
Unlucky.
It's your mom's favorite number.
That's
so
true.
I don't know why, but your mom's
Friday the 13th too.
She's weird about numbers.
Elijah was born on Friday the 13th.
He was.
That's why.
Okay. Anyway, day number 13. Have a good day, and don't forget to just pray today. That's a big assignment, getting through writing down your church family names. And so that's really the end of the assignment, so you can work on it tomorrow and the next day and for the rest of the month, getting that knocked out. Don't get overwhelmed by that. Just pray. If you do nothing else today, if you don't even get to sitting down with a pen and writing out that list, at the very least, just go to prayer and do what you can. So have a good day.